Nestled in the heart of Northumberland, England, stands Chillingham Castle, a fortress soaked in centuries of blood and violence. Its dark halls and shadowy dungeons hide stories of unimaginable cruelty, and one name rises above all others: John Sage, the castle's infamous torturer. John Sage wasn't always a torturer. He began as a soldier in King Edward I's brutal campaign against Scotland in the late 13th century. Known for his ruthless efficiency on the battlefield, Sage quickly rose through the ranks. But fate intervened. A severe injury ended his career as a soldier, leaving him crippled and bitter. Desperate to maintain power, Sage sought a new role, and he found it as Chillingham Castle's chief torturer. Sage's new position gave him complete control over the castle's dungeons, which were used to detain and interrogate Scottish prisoners during the war. And for Sage, it wasn't just a job. It was an opportunity to unleash his sadistic desires. Sage's methods were as creative as they were horrifying. His favorite device? The rack. Prisoners were tied by their hands and feet and stretched until their joints dislocated or their limbs tore apart. Another of his tools was the Iron Maiden, a spiked coffin designed to impale its victim slowly. It's said that Sage would often supervise these tortures himself, ensuring every scream of agony was prolonged. And then there was the oubliette, a concealed pit where prisoners were thrown to their deaths. Some were impaled on spikes at the bottom, while others were left to starve in darkness, forgotten by the world above. Sage didn't just torture prisoners. He turned it into a twisted form of entertainment. Nobles were invited to watch, and some even joined in, turning the castle's dungeons into a theatre of suffering. The exact number of Sage's victims is unknown, but historians estimate it to be in the thousands. Men, women, and even children were subjected to his cruelty. According to legend, Sage had a particular hatred for children, whom he considered unnecessary burdens. One chilling story claims that he burned over 50 children alive, their screams echoing through the castle walls. It wasn't just about punishment or war, it was about power, fear, and control. For Sage, the suffering of others was his currency. But even the most feared men meet their end. Sage's downfall came not from war or rebellion, but from his own actions. According to legend, Sage killed his lover during an argument, fearing she might expose his atrocities. This act enraged the local community. Already despised for his barbaric ways, Sage became a target of their fury. A mob captured him and dragged him to the castle courtyard for execution. Sage's death was as gruesome as his life. He was hung, drawn, and quartered, a fate reserved for the most reviled criminals. His body was dismembered, and parts of him were displayed as a warning to others. Though Sage's body was destroyed, his spirit is said to linger at Chillingham Castle. Visitors report hearing phantom footsteps, distant screams, and the sound of chains rattling in the dungeon. Some have even claimed to see the ghostly figure of a man pacing the halls, a reminder of the horrors he inflicted in life. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, one thing is certain: the darkness of John Sage's deeds will forever be tied to Chillingham Castle. His story is a grim reminder of how unchecked power can lead to unimaginable cruelty. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of history's darkest chapters. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more chilling tales. And remember, when you visit Chillingham Castle, you might not be alone.